Armageddon's Blade. Queen Catherine, her husband King Roland, and Jelyu, a warrior in Arathia's elite forest guard, must work together to defeat the insane King Lucifer of Evil, who will create Armageddon's Blade. With it, he plans to set the world on fire. Catherine's charge. Catherine must defeat all of her enemies or they will flood Arathia with their evil. If Queen Catherine dies, then all hope is lost, and the Devils of Evil will easily win. Catherine will be allowed to advance to 18th level and carry over her experience, skills, and spells onto her next scenario. Evil troops have pushed to Arathia's border. Queen Catherine herself has chosen to stay the tide of these invaders by controlling the border and digging in until reinforcements can arrive. Catherine must not fail.
I have underestimated my opponent's strength and resolve. During the Restoration Wars, the Kriegans were of minor concern. Now they fight with an urgency neither I nor Roland have encountered. I have pulled the bulk of my forces back behind Arathia's border. Between us and the Kriegans lies Moss Valley. It is one of Arathia's more beautiful landscapes. Tactically, it is ideal. If I can hold this valley, I can close the border. Then I can determine how to destroy the Demon King Lucifer and his quest to set the world on fire with Armageddon's blade.
Hello, Andrew. Welcome to the stream. What you typed. Following the initial invasion of Evil, you ran into the elite force of Kriegans known as the Fist of Unholy Might. These battle-hardened regiments pushed you back clear across the border and now threaten to push deeper into Arathia. It is here, in the contested lands that lie betwixt Arathia and Evil, where you plan to make your stand. Digging in until reinforcements can arrive is your plan, and quite possibly Arathia's only hope. Should you fail or be defeated, Arathia will forever know emptiness, despair, and shall suffer an eternity of darkness. May the blessings of the Temple of Light be upon you, and those who serve under your command. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Easy. Alright, big man. Big man, Bert Cuck. Let's put him down. Yeah. Whoops. How the AI pulled off those losses, I do not know. We pixies have been entrusted to maintain the sanctity of this elemental conflux. Enter if you dare. This is a sacred valley, and we will not let it be disturbed lightly. If we deem you worthy, perhaps we shall let you in. Put him down. Welcome, your highness. Sorry, welcome, your highness, the devil sneers. King Lucifer sends his regards for the small part you played in his ascension to the throne. He also would like to pay his respects over your cold brave for helping to slaughter his kin. With that, the group of Devilkin launches into a brutal assault, bent on your destruction. Brutality. No one may pass. Take your best shot. We will defeat you. Hey. How'd I know that would help the losses? This gleaming citadel stands tall and defiant against the darkening skies that lay overhead. A sense of hope and wonderment overcomes you as you approach the front gates. At this point, a scout from your Outrider group trots back to report of creatures not spotted in Arathia for quite some time. They stand atop the walls and prepare for an assault. They seem wary of strangers, but oddly are prepared for war. Is there something they know and you do not? With only one way to find out. You press on! Cockbird, just to retreat? Come on, Cockbird. You have one job. Yeah. Put him blind. It's enough. 1 HP. I know it. Like I said, it was enough. Yeah, put him down, pikeman! Put him down! What a bro. Standing before you is a troop of men made of living flame. Their unblinking eyes stare at you. They do not speak, but instead move to attack. They appear to be protecting something or some place. There you go. Ah, he still did enough. Every time. Olima! Standing before you is a city whose architecture you do not recognize. The rounded roofs, the tall spires, the strange sounds emanating from within all coalesce to form some sort of strange entity your scholars cannot explain. This town wasn't here the last time you passed through. Where did it come from? Who built it? These are all questions racing through your mind. All you hope is the answers within will not lead to a worse fate than the one that already befalls Arathia should you fail in your endeavor. The walls of the mountain to your left and right suddenly shift, and out of them meld several dozen large, man-shaped creatures. Staring into their eyeless sockets is highly unnerving, but you do what you must to protect your men. Except actually taking the fight. That would require effort, so I don't do that. Fucking son of a fuck. Put him down. Garbage. Cuthbert, no! And come on, game. What do you mean Catherine can't learn necromancy? What is this? Sexist game? The blackened walls of the border gate that once protected these lands from the horrors that lay beyond now bears the heraldry of the Cregan clans of Eoful. A sickening smell permeates the area, seeping beneath your clothing and into the pores of your skin. The noxious vapors of the volcanic lands of Eoful have polluted the land and killed a great many trees. This is the fate that threatens to befall all of Arathia should the Mad King Lucifer get his way. This is all you have to look forward to if you fail. This realization both terrifies you and strengthens your resolve. Sima. Beyond these walls lies the dread land of Eoful, a land of tremendous volcanic rifts and prodigious lava flows. Demons of all types and forms patrol the land, a land once fertile and green and populated by a peaceful race of little people called halflings. This was until the Night of Shooting Stars, when the Creegans came. Now all that is left of their race is a few pocket villages. The daemons scattered them to the four winds and turned them into an embittered people with little hope and no place to truly call home. Sucks to suck, what can I say? Maybe they should have gotten good? Yeah. I said it. A scout comes racing near your camp bearing a message. He bows deeply before you and presents a scroll from General Morgan Kendall. His trembling fingers release the rolled parchment into your hands as sweat beads on his brow. This is not good news he brings. My queen, I regret to inform you that the dark forces of Eoful have broken through our eastern lines. I have failed you, but I swear to you on the grave of your beloved father that I shall fall back and protect Studwick from these foul creatures. Yes, first aid on Catherine. We are living! Glorious victory because of first aid. Easy. That. Oh no. Oh no. Ah, I see how this happened. Oh, it actually surprised me. I didn't expect that. Yeah! Yeah, we won! It worked! Diplomatic tongue shaking my head. Come on, Catherine. How are you gonna try and get these fucks to join you? What do you think this is? Oh, he's holding the line! Put him down! Come on, Cockbird. You gotta put him down. You know the drill. It's a bold strategy, I know. We went for those instead. There's a reason for that. Yeah! Put him down! Woo! Ah, Cuthbert. Good one job. They have to go to jail. Daggers, we made it. Chantakwa! That's what it's called. Chantakwa. This city is Darktane, named for a dark god long ago, thought forgotten by the people of this land. His spirit lives on within the walls of this monument to his twisted soul. For Darktane was a god of torture and suffering. The screams of Krieg and torture victims are like prayers to his glory. Bamf. Iyaful, land of demons and devilkin. It is said that the Kriegans were a punishment from the gods for the sins committed by a people who strayed from the path of righteousness. The Night of Shooting Stars is seen as many as some sort of terrible omen of doom and despair. The once fertile land of Iyaful now lies burned and blackened. Rivers of magma have replaced sparkling clear water, and bubbling brooks now bubble with molten rock. It is a depressing sight indeed, but the need for perseverance has never presented itself more. King Lucifer must be stopped, else the whole of Antagarish suffer the same fate as the former homeland of the Halflings. A rider enters your camp, carrying a message scroll that bears the seal of General Morgan Kendall. You accept the scroll from the rider, break the seal, unroll the parchment, and peruse its contents. Pray pardon, my queen, but I must bring you grave news. Recently I have been witness to the strangest of occurrences. A town of odd architecture simply appeared from thin air. It had roofs like tulip bulbs made of bronze, brightly colored tent cloth everywhere, and the walls were guarded by elementals of all types. Since that first sighting, I have seen several more similar citadels dotting the countryside. I do not know the nature of these towns, nor do I know if they are hostile. Perhaps they might be persuaded to join us in our fight. Perhaps we shall need to guard against them. I do not believe anyone in this region can remain neutral for long. Morgan. Alright, let's see what you guys are saying. Wait, no, Conflicts team. This. Hey, Walton Mumler, welcome to the stream. Uh-oh, indeed. Cuthbert manages it, though. Damn straight. Hey, Gandalf. Why do you only stream when I need to go to sleep? Hey, read the fact. Hey, Zolta. Thanks for the host. And hello, Uncle Jonathan. I don't know what you're typing, but welcome to the stream. Hello, Lord Yorick. Throng of zealots, they ain't messing around. I'm not taking that gold mine. Guards are OP. Dun, 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 dun. This works out though. I could trap them anywhere. I'd rather trap them over in that conflicts town that they were dumb enough to take. Put him down. Yeah. No. You can have it. No! A runner leaps off his steed in a hurry to bring urgent news to his queen. You take the message scroll from the smiling runner and unfurl it. The note is smudged from water stains but legible. Reading it brings some much-needed light to your soul. Good news at last has come. My dearest Catherine, I have amassed a sizable force outside Stedwick. It will take some time to reach our position, as we will be first shoring up the eastern front. I plan to meet Kendall's army somewhere near Killian's Wake and push back those forces plaguing him there. Once that task is done, once that task is completed and the Cregan troops are routed, I shall bring our combined forces to your aid. You must hold out, my love. Arathia's fate depends upon you holding the region. I will see you again, that I swear. Your loving husband, Roland. So obviously we could have already been done well in advance by now. But we're not, and the answer to that is because, as you saw, we could have finished this about 1, 2, 3 probably. Just if I'm just guesstimating. But again, chose not to go in for the kill. That's because it's hilarious to watch how many messages they put in this campaign. Come on. I got him. Yeah, we got him. I have now. Nah. You don't get the fool. It took the hive. Look at that. And it didn't even matter. Kappa. 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 That's not where I wanted to move them game. You still won. You suck. No town. Alright, here's the best part. Hey, Nicodemus. That's funny, Onager. Because this is a really difficult scenario. Yeah, I know, right? Pacing across the field, you rack your brain for a way to make sense of this insane war you are waging. For what purpose could Lucifer be engaging in such insanity? What was there to gain from this? The answers to such questions will not come easily, nor without a heavy price attached. As you ponder these and other matters, a timid monk clears his throat quietly to announce his presence. Spinning on your heels to face the sudden sound, your flame-colored hair framed your face in such a way as to bring fear to the poor cleric. He shakily informs you that a crystal shard had been delivered moments ago, with express instructions that it be shown to you immediately. Fearing it is a trap, the mages in your council choose to study it. Finding no magical traps or spells to harm their queen, they show it to you. A demonic face appears from inside the shard as soon as you approach. The face is bearded, horned, and has glistening sharp teeth. A wicked grin is firmly in place, which rapidly becomes a sneer as it speaks. Ah, the famed Catherine Griffinheart, or should I say Iron Fist, seems a much more appropriate name for you. In case you did not know, I am Lucifer Cregan, King of Evil and Bringer of Doom. I hope you realize your efforts to engage me are fruitless, as was proven by my pushing back your pathetic invasion back nearly to your own capital. You cannot win against the might of my armies or the power of my secret weapon. This day shall see the end of your precious antagonist, Enroth, and all that I survey. Prepare yourself for oblivion, Catherine, Queen of Arathia, for it is coming soon. With that, the image fades out, and you are left alone with the threat hanging in the air. Muttering something about madmen, you go back to your planning session and prepare for the coming battles. I'd like to point out that Lucifer's legacy does live on. He builds the blade, and it does destroy it. A bedraggled and forlorn-looking runner arrived at your tent. He was wounded but waved off the attendants who tried to aid him. He had a message to bring. You could tell immediately by his countenance that the news was grave. My dearest wife, I must regret to inform you that we have met with great resistance and now journey to join up with General Kendall's forces. The minions of Earful are formidable indeed, much more so than I had anticipated. Several hundred loyal warriors and viewers have fallen, and I fear that many more will be sacrificed before this is over. I am now unable to predict when we will be available to fortify your position. You will need to hold out longer than I had originally been planning on. I miss you terribly. Know that I will be there, no matter the price I must pay. Nothing shall keep me from your side. Perhaps one day soon we shall be able to return to Enroth and our beloved son, Nikolai. Roland. Crushing the scroll, you entered your tent, eyes filled with tears. A torrential rain begins. The rain bears an odd odor and seems to be eating away at steel weapons and armor. The court wizards do what they can to protect the troops from this acidic rain, but their powers are severely limited against such an assault. It will cost dearly to fix the damaged items. Yes, dearly. The chief alchemist reports to you that they have found a way to collect the rain and extract some trace elements from it. This means a small quantity of sulfur can be gleaned from this otherwise gloomy downpour. Yes! On the first day of the festival of life, the fearsome clouds that brought the hateful rainfall break. Brilliant light shines down upon the fields and bathes you over you as you step out to view your troops, soothing your troubled soul. Perhaps the gods are favoring you, at last. Until the plague. A panic-stricken man arrives in your camp one day with a message. Tearing it open, you pore over the letter, utter despair rapidly overcoming your otherwise noble visage. News that King Roland has been injured has arrived. Grief-stricken, you retire to your tent. Greatest haste. As you continue on your quest to exact revenge on the followers of the Mad King Lucifer, your rage grows. The shadow that covers your soul threatens to engulf you fully, but a small light flickers when another runner arrives, haggard but smiling. My dearest Catherine, I am truly sorry I have not written, but I did hear you had received word of my injury. Let me assure you there is nothing to fear. The injuries I received were not severe, nor should you have been burdened with being informed of them. I received the injuries when we finally met up with General Kendall's forces. A large army of demons and hellhounds had been guarding our pass, and we needed to punch through. I led the charge, but received some minor wounds as a result. I killed the thing responsible. Fear not. All is well, as I hope it is with you and your campaign. Roland. Could you imagine if someone ended it before that message came in? And then got to play as Roland and was like, what is this? Last night, during the hour of the wolf, you were hungry like the wolf. And a lone assassin, armed with demonic magic artifacts, infiltrated your encampment with murder in his heart. As you passed near your tent opening, someone spotted him, and Katai, a young swordsman, captured him. Upon his capture, you were immediately awoken, much to your chagrin. Your steely-eyed countenance later stared down this would-be assassin. He was questioned for only a short time before you turned to your advisor. Have him drawn and quartered, then put on display as a warning. Oh, mama. Savage. Damn. Expert first aid. The forces of Eoful have proven to be mighty indeed. As such daring plans and cunning tactics are going to be needed to win this conflict. You summon one of your trusted runners. One of your most trusted runners. You have need of a different type of soldier for the plan forming in your mind. The Forest Guard has been acting as Arathia's eyes and ears for generations. Perhaps now it is time to employ them for a different purpose. Quickly scribing a note on a piece of parchment, you send word to Jelyu, the Forest Guard's captain, to undertake a special mission for you. In the long months since you left Enroth, your days have been filled with strife, terror, grief, and triumph, yet you have never lost sight of what is important to you, your son Nikolai. Your thoughts drift now to him as your worry for him. For he is alone in Enroth and has been ever since you were summoned home to Arathia and Roland was taken captive on the night of shooting stars. Only the knowledge that Nikolai has the aid of Wilbur Humphrey, Roland's appointed regent, consoles your aching heart. You miss your son terribly and desire greatly to return home. Perhaps when this war is over and peace finally settles on the land of your birth, you can return home to your son, even if only for a little while. That was very smart now, was it? You call your troops before you. The morale is low and all are exhausted from the constant fighting and marching. Constant fighting and marching! Indeed. You sit astride your steed, noble and proud in appearance, and ride to the top of a small rise. There, you thrust high the banner of Arathia, and speak. Here we go, boys, here we go. And speak. It has been 112 days since the minions of this King Lucifer have invaded our land. We have held out bravely so far, but the true test of our courage and prowess is yet to come. King Roland and General Kendall are currently battling to save the eastern border, while we defend this region from Cregan forces. However, we do battle with a powerful foe. The abominations we face in this conflict are hideous and fierce warriors, armed with potent elements of magic. You have done well, my warriors, and I ask that you continue to do so in the fights to come. This will not be easy, but I promise you, we will win, for we are Arathia. We defeated the combined forces of Deja, Eoful, and Nyan before. This is only 1/3 of that triumvirate. Fight on, my warriors, for not just Arathia, but all of Antagarage depends on our victory here. You sit tall and proud as the cheers of your men rise to meet you. You smile, knowing the coming fight, while difficult, will be won. You are confident of that. Yes, difficult. And then we slay the undead! A difficult fight! Month of the Plague again, baby. Here we go. As the conflict drags on into its 4th month, the men seem inspired yet weary. Reports from Stedwick have been trickling in from time to time, but it is getting longer and longer between messengers. Roland hasn't even sent a messenger for weeks. Refusing to show weakness, you dispatch a messenger to learn about the fate of your husband's army. Concern for his safety and the need for your army's waning strength of resolve to improve pushed you to act. The messenger is urged to make sure the scroll is delivered to Roland's hands personally. Greatest speech ever. Literally while enemy is shitting himself in camp. A horseman approaches bearing a scroll. The man is the same one sent by you to locate Roland's forces. He bows deeply and passes his helm to a nearby page. Dusting himself off, he accepts an offered water skin and takes a long drag from it. The cool water washes away some of the road's dirt. King Roland is deep in battle with the Cregan forces and is unable to divert troops to you at this time. In the next few weeks, some forces should be available for your use, my queen. He regrets he cannot be here to fight at your side. Sending him away, you wander back to your tent. That's a shame. I mean, we really need those units here in month 6. A messenger arrives, snaps the scroll into your hand, salutes, and leaves. Quickly, you open the message and read, your face lighting up as you do so. As soon as you finish, you roll it back up and stuff it into the pouch it came in, snap some orders, and press onward. My dearest Catherine, I found it possible to offer a small contingent of troops to your position. They have not been paid in a long while, so they will need that as well. They should arrive at Fort Defiance by the time you receive this letter. Walk with the light, my love. Roland. And the following reinforcements have arrived! We're saved! 622, we're saved! Now we can win. Damn. Traitor Adela. Diplomacy. Led her astray. Month of the plague again. Just wasting 2,500 gold. Oh, expert Earth. Look at that. Hold it off. Plague every month since month 3. Ah, this one broke it. That was probably the last one. I think the units arriving is the last one. Go until month 10. I don't think I saved either, so the final score for this campaign is going to be terrible. Just throwing that out there. It's worth it. $43 Gogs and 114 Imps. Over 600 sprites. You could have birthed a baby in this time. Oh, morale! They use Vault! They use Vault! Yeah! Put him down! Oh, easy map, boys. Easy map. Yeah, we forgot to save. Crusaded. Strongholded. Shadows of the Forest. Jelyu must defeat all enemies in this area using guerrilla tactics. He's the only one with the skills to lead this raid, for without him, all is lost. Jelyu will be allowed to advance to 12th level and carry over his skills, experience, and spells to the next scenario. That was like the marksman. Jelyu, the half-Vori elf leader of Arathia's elite unit known as the Forest Guard, has been ordered to wage a shadow war along the Avli-Eofol coast border. This area is rife with small garrisons and outposts. It is from these levies that Jelyu shall draw his guerrilla force.
Messengers inform me Queen Catherine
Hey,
and
Shillelagh.
Iron Fist are retreating to the Arathian border.
Harambe was just a gorilla.
Avli has chosen to turn a blind eye toward the war, but have purposely left local heroes to their own will. Under the Queen's orders, we are to wage a hit-and-run war along the Avli border. Our only support will be local militia hostile toward the Kriegans. Should we be captured, Arathia and Avli will disavow any knowledge of our actions. Otherwise, this task is no different than before.
I mean, this is the 3rd year of us doing this, Onager, so if you don't know the lore by now, you're just lazy. Jelyu, early this morning you received word your special skills are needed for a daring plan. While Catherine and the Arathian forces keep the Eoful army locked in conflict on the western border, you have been ordered to slip in through Ravli with a small guerrilla force to harry the enemy there. You have also been instructed to recruit allies from the local populace. To that end, you have set up your base camp in the city of Diazamir, along the Avli-Eoful border. The elves there have offered shelter and aid in the coming fight. The region is dotted with small garrisons and outposts. A large number of mercenaries, some of whom fought in the recent wars, call this area home. Many are loyal to Avli, but there are those who prefer to remain neutral and will fight for that choice. Movement, stealth, and cunning tactics will win this shadow war. Not brute force, for the enemy is indeed powerful. Good luck. If I recall correctly, they just give you more units. Hey, slow, look at that. I'm gonna get more units as soon as this turn's over. The Pegasi. Yeah, several new recruits have arrived. Tactics. You actually got it. Alright, we do need Jelly to not suck. He's the only one we need to not suck, but that is important. See, that's not helping. All that water magic. And I'm getting all that water. I'm getting all that water magic because I'm a Dumbo. Alright, Kriegans, I'll be back. It's not what I wanted. I mean, neither does me any good for this campaign. Oh, thank God we got expert wisdom for that, right? Alright, let's go grab Earth Magic. What manner of oddity is this? The architecture mentions nothing seen in Arathia, Avli, or any other place save maybe Bracada, but what would a Bracadan city be doing so far from its homeland? Worse still, how did it get here when it was not here a few months ago? All good questions. Perhaps going inside will net some answers. Perhaps. Yeah, I should have done that right off the bat. That was a Dumbo move by me not to. You guys ready to hold the line? There's no marketplace. What the fuck is this? Okay. Thanks for trying that one, game. We found these gauntlets. We thought you might like to have them. I would. Also like to have logistics. He ain't got this. As I said, he ain't got this. Oh, 7 by 30, there you go. Let the firing squad be unleashed. Again, only hero I actually care about in this campaign. A traveling caravan of gypsies passes near your encampment, and several of the men decide to have their fortunes told, as this is a time of great strife and with the possibility of death being quite high. You agree to let your men partake of this little distraction. You even decide to join them. The gypsy, a woman calling herself Naestra the Oracle, reads their futures one by one. Some good, some not so good. Eventually she reaches you. Upon seeing your pale complexion, solid jet black eyes, and flame red hair, she backs away, startled. Your odd appearance and striking presence both intrigue and frighten her, but she is a professional. She takes your hand, sits you down at her table, and begins to read your palm. What she sees is very strange. Your lifeline is uncertain, and yet your destiny is clear. You are to be a widely known figure, one of great import, yet there is a dark road as well. Something in your future gives her pause. She sees great evil in your future, yet cannot be sure if it is an outside force influencing your destiny or something from within. A strange dichotomy to be sure, this Jelyu is. Both where you came from and where you were going are blurred. Something Naestra has never seen before. Each one of these words is told to you in turn, and you listen in rapt attention, hanging on her every word. As you get up to exit her tent, you press a gem and several gold coins into her palm and leave, bowing deeply as if she were royalty. She glows at the overpayment, for normally all she asks is at least a few silver coins, and a promise to live up to one's potential. You are indeed a hero, at least to her. Somebody better at Pudik. This cutscene's coming up. This sacred cutscene. Many sent to raid, supplies have returned. And we win. here we go! Hey, Fox. Is this the most famous Jelly the Necromancer? No. Jelly too weak, needs buff. That's not air, earth, or intelligence. Should've taken the mysticism. Nah. Conflux use Town Portal. It's very effective. When are you making... when are you making the Strong Crusader Lord quote soundboard? We're not. Hey, Tikasada. Alright, I can't have done any more than I just did to notify Pudik. Oh, he's here! He's here! There he is! See, it worked. Hey Joel, welcome to the stream. And hello, Tomnap. Hey, Vokaya. And hello, Tricklin. No scoped. Not really, Uncle Jonathan. I could just play the game if I wanted to hear it. Alright, here we go, boys. Seeking Armageddon. Zeron must gather the Sword of Hellfire, Breastplate of Brimstone, and Shield of the Damned. If he dies, Eofol's hopes die with him. He will be able to advance to 12th level. All of his experience, skills, and spells shall transfer with him to the next scenario. The greatest hero in all Eofol is Zeron the Terrible. The Terrible. He has been attempting to fulfill King Lucifer's vision for some time now, but every time he has gotten close to one of the objects needed to rebuild Armageddon's blade, to build Armageddon's blade, a hero from the elemental conflux has arrived to take it. Now he has them cornered in Avli, and they are ripe for the picking. Here we go!
My quest is sacred, given to me by the king himself. I have searched the continent for the relics he desires. When I have come close, a mysterious hero has spirited my prize away. I have pursued these heroes for months. Now, I have them cornered. They will either surrender the relics, their lives, or both.
My quest is sacred, given to me by the king himself. You, my faithful Zeron, have been given the glorious task of locating the artifacts needed to construct Armageddon's blade. Your past failures aside, you were the one best suited to this task. My visions have told me such. The visage of Lucifer speaks in gentle but powerful tones. The 3 elemental heroes who bested you in the past have been located and seem contained for the moment. Though they have taunted you by gathering that which you seek prior to your arrival, you must concentrate on your quest. Do not let petty things like pride get in your way. Xenofex was a fool and allowed himself to be arrogant and prideful. It was these things that led to his demise at the hands of those heroes from Arathia. You have been given the shackles of war as a method of ensuring that these heroes will not get away. Corner them, locate the artifacts you need, and punish them for their transgression. How dare they stand in your... Chosen for your loyalty and tenacity, do not fail me. I will be watching your progress. With that, the image fades, and you are left to your own devices and planning. This time, you vow by all that is dark and unholy, failure is no longer acceptable. To fail is to die. To succeed, your only purpose in life. And there he is, the terrible one himself. Dun, 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 dun. No, I have to go find the tent before I can leave. Those meddling kids. Hey, Rosepig. And hello, Sogard. Pudik. And hello, Vest. With a bamf sound and a cloud of brimstone teleports in Zex, the messenger you sent to locate a knowledgeable sage. Zex has in his clutches a smallish human with dark features and a bushy mustache. The man dusts himself off as if he could simply brush away the noxious smell of the demonic teleportation. Are you that which I seek, human? Selene looks a bit nervous, but bows deeply and replied, I am he, Judge Selene, Master Sage and Arcane Historian. Tell me all you know of the 3 Conflux heroes who have eluded me so these many weeks. I shall know that which you know, or I shall rip your heart from your breast and have myself a little snack. Gulping deeply, Selene replies, They are Fyr of the Fire Domain, Sail of the Eternal Ocean, and Erdaman, he of the Plane of Earth. Fyr guards the Shield of the Damned, Sail the Sword of Hellfire, and Erdaman the Breastplate of Brimstone. When combined correctly, the 3 can be formed into a weapon of immense power, dubbed most aptly Armageddon's Blade. Excellent, human. You may live for yet another hour. And tell me, where might I find these heroes? You then begin drumming your fingertips against one another in a contemplative fashion. Fyr can be found in the southwest. I know not the location of the other 2, your unholiness, Selene oozes. But I would be most pleased and honored if you would allow me to discover the whereabouts of this elusive pair. Very well, Sage, but if you do not bring me that which I seek in 1 week, I shall send Zex to retrieve your still-beating heart for my supper. Now go! With that, Zex grabs the frightened mage and bamfs away. You smile an evil smile and call to your captains. Fyr is again within your grasp, with nowhere to go this time. Alright, here we go. Rush mid. I don't even know if this will work. Never actually done this before. Or done it like this before, I should say. As the ground glistens from the coursing magical energy surrounding it, you notice a shield that is charged with hellish flame. Red and black flames lick about its surface and outline it in an ominous way. One of your spies reports a large cache of gold and resources lies to the north. The flap to your tent is flung aside, and a human figure thrown to the floor at his feet. You twist your face into a toothy grin and gaze down upon the pathetic excuse for a man that lay there, broken and battered. "Good morning, Sleen. What brings you to my door on this fine, dreary day?" Sleen simply rolls over onto his back and tries to focus his eyes, which are glazing over due to injuries caused by your rather over-anxious guards. "I bring news to you, your eminence, of the two conflicts heroes you seek. Sail the Wave Rider is to be found near the town of Phaedral and is heavily fortified. Erdem on the Earth Channel is located southeast of that town, and not too far away either," Slippery Human reports, his eyes darting about the tent seeking a way out. Should this Dark Lord become displeased with the report, "Very well, Human. You may return to your wretched little life. I shall spare you as I said I would. Now go. Leave my presence before I decide it is time to snack. Zux! Get this pathetic worm away from here. Take him someplace unpleasant." That the big devil Zex grasps Sleen by the wrist and bamps out. Returning moments later, Zex reports he dropped Sleen in the midst of a battle between some young wizard's army of Armageddon and a group of purple dragons with butterfly wings. He figured it was as unpleasant as he could get without killing him. I agree. Put him down. Okay, we cannot put him down. Dumbo Erdemon. Gleaming in the sun is a breastplate that glows with an eerie orange light. As you get closer, you notice that flames appear to dance within the metal under its surface. It is an odd-looking sight to be sure. You immediately recognize that for which you have sought for so long, the breastplate of brimstone. And easy map. Lying atop a small altar is a sword. It is its blade forged in the putrid flames of hell itself. It calls to you, and you oblige its wicked desire for carnage by strapping it to your side. At last, you have the last artifact you needed to construct the blade. Soon, the world will tremble at your feet. And to think, it took him that long to capture all of that. Bam! Badass motherfucker! Isn't that racist? Try hard pull, yeah, man. Hello, Derek. Welcome to the stream. Buff Zeron to max stats and see what happens later in missions. Go watch literally any other time I have played this campaign, and you will see what happens in later missions when I actually buff the heroes. I'm not doing that right now because I don't have the time. Hello, Espeon. Welcome to the stream. Why are they not moving? Those heroes are just at the camp. So they're not going to move. Which kind of makes it funny. And I've never actually shown that off, so... There you go. Normally we just run in and kill them. But yeah, they just camp a specific area. Maker of Sorrows. Zeron must seek out Grand Forgesmith Kazundar and force him to make Armageddon's blade. If Zeron fails, all is lost. Zeron is only allowed to advance to 24th level. Zeron must seek out the Grand Forge Smith Kazandar. He is the only man with the knowledge and skill to build Armageddon's blade, and it is vital that he convince him to do this. There shall be interference from the accused conflicts towns. He must complete this quest and then return to the capital.
My king seeks to build Armageddon's blade. With this fabled weapon, he will set the world on fire. I have the elements to build the blade, but only the Grand Forge Smith Kazandar can fashion it from the relics I carry. Again, a collection of mysterious heroes gathered to end my quest. Ironically, they have surrounded Kazandar, but have not killed him as I would. This proves they are soft. They will not stand in my way.
They will not stand in my way. Selene has provided us with the name of the man whom you will seek out, Grand Forge Smith Kazandar. An alchemist and weaponsmith of great repute, is the sole man in all Antagrich who has the knowledge and skill to build Armageddon's blade. Find him, Zeron. Find him and force him to construct the blade, for if he does not consent, make him suffer until he does. My vision will become reality, and you will carry it out for me. According to Selene, he is being held somewhere in this area of the contested lands, protected by those accursed confluxes. Destroy them. Make them suffer for daring to stand in the way of destiny. You are too close to achieving my victory to be held off by this rabble. Succeed, and the rewards will be glorious. I shall wear your skin as a cloak, and your eyes shall adorn my rings, if you fail me. As the vision fades from the red crystal shard, you stand and summon Selene to your side. Zex, your faithful servant, badass motherfuckers away, and should return shortly with the slimy human. So, Selene, here is my task for you. Find me the location of that smith. Failure is not an option. Here's Aaron, put him down. Nothing of importance was lost. Also, I should have demon. Oops. This is why we're really here. Whoa. The feeling when your one devil is stronger than two devils. There you go. Picking that bad boy up. It's a good get right there. Zex teleports into your presence, and with a message on his lips, kneeling before his lord and master, Zex begins his report. My master, I have come to regretfully inform you that our enemy has again begun their shadowy attacks on our supply lines. We lost 3 more caravans, and the mark of that accursed pale warrior was left behind on one of the wagons. Arise, Zex, my faithful companion. I have a task for you. Seek out Sleene and put a name to this mysterious pale warrior. I should know his name so I might know it when I kill him. No fucks given. No fucks given. Yeah, boy. They survived. You know, as Zeron said, they would not stand. There's Crow. Come on down, buddy. Get in there. Oh, right, because I have the thing. I was gonna say, how the hell are there two of these here? Yeah, 39 gogs. That's all he needs. That's all he needs. Celine stumbles into the meeting area, having been pushed there by Zex. You turn and face the little man who has provided you with so much worthy information. He is visibly sweating, and you know that fear courses through his veins. It is obvious that Celine is still worried if you are going to carry out your threat to eat his heart. I bring news, Your Eminence, Celine states fearfully. The Grand Forge Master Kazandar is being held in a simple hut somewhere in the tunnels left behind by the overlords of Nyan when they invaded Arathia not long ago. It should be easy to find as he will be heavily guarded. Congratulations, Celine. You have managed to exceed my expectations. As to how skilled and useful you are, perhaps you will not need to be eaten after all. However, I wouldn't be making any long-term plans if I were you. Survive because Zeron. It's not wrong. You are not wrong. That certainly isn't not true. Is that the town I'm in? Need all this mercury, so don't worry. It's 5 mines of mercury right there. Really not used to Zero, I'm being so slow. Good, go in the town, I dare you. Hear that, Luna? I dare you. Double, double, double dare dog, dare dip, double dog, dare ya. And she didn't do it. Yeah, boy. See ya. Nice job, Cal. You are a great cow. A hurried messenger demon rushes into your planning session early in the pre-dawn hours. Infuriated at the intrusion, you grasp the demon by the throat and lift him up off the ground. With fetid breath in his face, you ask him why you are being interrupted.
My master, I came to pass on a message sent by our spies in the contested lands. They tell of a meeting between the elemental lords of the conflux and Queen Catherine. They also say an agreement has been reached between the two sides. They are now allies.
The demon manages to croak out just before you crush his windpipe. Throwing his lifeless corpse to the ground, you bellow out in rage. Bring me slain! I want to know why this little piece of information escaped his attention. I want to know why Queen Catherine is still alive, like Stannis. I want to know why incompetents surround me so. Zex, get this useless sack of griffin droppings out of my sight. I need to think. Damn, Cal, you had one job. Of course, none of them can reach it down. Put him down. Great cow, what can I say? Didn't think so. And now you're dead. Put him down. Nope. As I said, they will not stand in my way. Do I blind? I do? Skadoosh! But he's still gonna get away. Those two towns are done. Well, not exactly. I want this as well. Yeah, those two towns are done. Put him down. Yeah. Put him down. Let's go through. No. Yeah, stand in terror. A glorious victory. For me. And of course it's still basic logistics, I just like to throw that one out there. They should only have that one hero left out there. Thank you. And now to run him all the way down there. Goodbye. I should use Cal to do that. These things happen from time to time. A forlorn-looking Zex enters your chambers, a long look on his face. He obviously bears grave news. He kneels down as is tradition, but is waved to stand and give his report. My master, I regret to inform you that your mother has been slain in battle. It was the pale warrior who has been plaguing us so. She fought bravely, yet was slain by that accursed one during one of the raids that he has been leading. I am truly sorry, my lord, Zex states as he takes a step backward. Leave me. When the tent is clear, you drop to your knees and sob. Soon your sobs turn to laughter. Laughter with no humor. Laughter filled with insane rage. Moments later, the tent erupts in a steady stream of swearing and the crashing sounds of destruction. Ah, there's still someone here. How about that? Right into the great cow in the sky. And you're done. Hell, there should be no one left over here. And there's one more over here, and then that should be all the tents, if I'm remembering them all correctly. In the end, I get wisdom. In your sleep you are visited by haunting dreams, and its spirits come to you with a warning. Your present course of action is leading towards your destruction. You laugh in their faces, and the visions get worse. Still you laugh at their pathetic attempts to sway you from your appointed task. You have suffered far worse fate than some insipid ghosts haunting you in your sleep. Pretty sure I have not been remembering to do, but whatevs. I think we're gonna end up with enough. Yeah, I mean, if we can't pull it off with this, I don't really know what more we're supposed to do. Stepped on that, right? Yes, I did. Min-tope. How dope. Ah, that was the way to go. Put him down! No, 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 we gotta read that. That's... As you approach the hut, you hear some odd whistling emanating from within. The song is a sad, angry tune, filled with a sense of bitterness and angst. Finding the tune strangely intriguing, you go up to the door and kick it open. Sitting calmly in a rocking chair is an old man with a long white beard smoking a pipe. His eyes stare into oblivion, unblinking. Clearing your throat, you get his attention somewhat. "Yeah, what do you want?" the old man asks most irritatedly. "Speak quickly, I'm a busy man." "I've come a very long way, old man. I hear you are the one called Kazundar, the Grand Forgesmith, and you are he who can harness Armageddon. I brought the legendary artifacts needed for the ritual. All I need now is for you to make me Armageddon's blade." The old man looks at you, contemplates his words carefully, and puffs on his pipe. "So, you have finally come to ask me to build my last great piece. Yes, I'm Kazundar, and yes, I'll make your blade. A few conditions, though. First, I want to be spared your Armageddon. Second, I want to be paid. Well paid. I figure 30,000 pieces of gold ought to do it. Once I get that, you may take the artifacts to my apprentice, and I shall build your sword. Finally, here, give the 30,000 gold to me. By the way, since you are going there anyway, take this to my apprentice. He's been looking for it. I will be along shortly once my work here is done. Then I shall make your weapon." Ah, it gave me every single one except that, I see. Time to go back to the slow. There you go. Alright, and we win. "My master said you would be coming. He told me to meet you here and to expect several artifacts would be delivered. Do you have the Sword of Hellfire, Breastplate of Brimstone, Shield of the Damned? Oh yes, he also mentioned you would be bringing my Sphere of Permanence. I've been missing that for many months now. Do you have all of these things?" Kazundar and his apprentice go in the back, and soon is heard the sound of spells being cast, the pounding of hammer on steel, and the swearing of an injured hand now and again. After some time, old man Kazundar emerges from the forge bearing a blade wrapped in thick cloth. He unwraps the cloth slowly, and a pulsating light emanates from the sword so recently forged. The blade looks odd, like none ever seen in Antagarish before. The hilt guard is shaped like an eagle, and the blade has a strange shape to it, yet it bears the unmistakable appearance of a weapon most foul. "Here's your blade, Dark One. Thank you for your payment. Now leave me be." Congratulations, you have found the Armageddon's blade and can claim victory. I will be right back before we finish the campaign. Don't worry, guys, I washed my hands. Hey, Frozen Zebra, welcome to the stream. I don't know what you mean there, Pudak. And hello, Zobly. Yeah, I mean, there's a fact there. Well, I'm not playing as Zeron anymore. You notice I waited until I was done. Alright, let's go finish the campaign. Return of the King! Roland must defeat the demonic armies camped on the other side of the Great Lake. Without Roland, the men will go their separate ways. Roland will be allowed to attain 24th level. All of his experience, skills, and spells will carry over to his next scenario. King Roland and General Morgan Kendall are on the western shores of the Great Lake and must take a mixed Arathian conflicts army deep into Cregan territory. He must cross the lake and go through the mountains and prepare... They must cross the lake and go through the mountains and prepare to make a push towards Catherine's army in the north, thus trapping the devils between the two forces.
Heroes from the confluxes tell us the elemental gods have sent them to us.
Damn, Pudak, not
so
loyal.
Together we might destroy Lucifer Cregan and his quest to set the world on fire. Catherine trusts these new allies. I am not as giving. However, we do not have a choice, as support for the war wanes and our forces dwindle. If these elemental heroes are to be our allies, they will prove themselves in this forthcoming battle. Under my command.
Under his command. Standing on the edge of the Great Lake, you, the King of Enroth, except we're highlighted as Kendall, contemplate the situation. Your army stands on the western shores, looking out over the smoldering fields of the Eophil-controlled regions to the east. Yours and General Kendall's forces have arrived recently on a mission of great import. Here you have met with your new allies from the Elemental Conflux to cut off the Cregan supply routes and push the Eophil army back from the Arathia/Eophil border, right into Catherine and Jelly's troops. If successful, the Creegans from Eophil will be forced to wage a defensive war. We must keep this alliance together, for Arathian support is growing increasingly difficult to maintain. Even Catherine herself is facing increasing pressure to end the conflict quickly. It is obvious those fools truly have no idea of the gravity of consequences of failure. Should you be ineffective in stopping King Lucifer in his mad campaign of terror and destruction, not just Arathia will suffer his wrath, but all of Antagarich. Perhaps even your beloved Enroth may fall under the flames of this accursed Demon King. Shuddering at that dark thought, you compose yourself, straighten your tunic, and stride back to your officers. Mounting your powerful Arathian-bred stallion, you shout the order to move out. There is a war to be waged, and a world to be won. Yeah. Yeah. War to be waged. Yeah. Yeah, put these fuckers down. Level 11 Noit. Next level is going to be pure RNG. Expose well. Here's General Morgan Kendall, the man who let the devils and the dungeons literally walk in and take Sedgwick. What a guy. A letter arrived in your encampment last night from Catherine. You lit up like a child at solstice time. The note smelled of many things, the most important being her special perfume, the one you loved so much for her to wear. My dearest Roland, I write you to bring you bad news. My spies have reported the Cregan hero called Zeron has achieved the unthinkable. He has built Armageddon's blade. Be warned, for I hear he is sending a great force to your position. Come back safe to me and give my best to General Kendall. I know you will succeed, for I have faith in you both. Catherine. Hey, Chef. You are succeeding in life. That's what you are doing with your... Click it. Put him down. Good enough. Oh! Oh! They stole my gloves. Put him down. Yeah. Ooh, town portal. Should have given him wisdom. Could have at least had one. One guaranteed to get town portal. Whatevs. Let's go, Fiona. Put you down. Yeah! Candle, candle, candle. Candle, 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 candle. These guys got dimension door and town portal. Oh, my soul. Damn, he's down to 38 zealots. Look at that. The zealots were too OP for the AI. They couldn't handle him. I have to get in. This one is just dying. Haha. Let's try again. But I got your nose. A message came in late last night that some scouts located an island east of Falaron Sea that was unapproachable. The glitter of gold could be seen on the shores. Perhaps this is where the dreaded Ragnan Pirates' treasure troves are kept. The trouble is, how does one get to the island? There must be some way, either a tunnel or a monolith. See, I don't know what took them so long to do this in the first place. As General Kendall prepares to address his troops for the morning, a timid farmer is brought before him. The farmer tells the noble general of the encroachment by these wicked devilkin and how he feels they are the ones responsible for stealing his cattle. General Kendall, being the diplomat that he is, made the farmer feel that he personally was going to see that this man's cattle was returned or avenged. The farmer leaves contented and assured, as he knows that Morgan Kendall is a man of his word. Unless he says he's gonna save Stedwick, and then he sucks. Then he's just a loser. Alright, and we win. Easy scenario.